Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here. Yet another 3-string cigar box guitar lesson. It's ZZ Top and beer drinkers and hellraisers. We are tuned to open G on a 3-string, so that's an A string tuned down to a G. And then we have a D string tuned normal to D. And we have a G string normal to G, so it's a low G, a D, and a high G. Let's get right to it. This one's pretty funky. It's got some cool minor chords. It's in G minor, so it's a blues in G minor. The first chord is going to be your first finger on the first string 7th fret and your second finger on the second string 8th fret. Play all 3 strings. That's your G minor chord. So this one has some interesting strum patterns. It's funky and fast. So the way I'm doing the intro here is again, first finger is on 1/7, second finger is on 2/8, and I'm lifting these fingers off the fretboard to choke them. But I'm keeping the 3rd string bass note going through the whole thing. So that bump, bump, I'm pressing down and then I'm immediately lifting off the fretboard. Pressing down and then lifting up real quick. So when you hear that bump, bump, that's when I'm pressing down. Otherwise, I'm just playing one note. So that next part is your 3rd finger on 2/5, going down to 2/3. Now we're going to go to the 4 chord in the key of G minor blues, which is going to be a C minor. So I'm borrowing all the way across on the 5th fret, and I've got my pinky 3 frets above that. So that's your C minor chord, and I'm doing that same strum pattern. D minor, 2 frets above the C minor on the 7th fret, barring all the way across, and pinky 3 frets above on the 1st string. So 1 finger barring, and then pinky on, what is that, 1/10. So that's your D minor. So you've got G minor, C minor, and D minor. So from the top, we do this real quick walk up. And that right there is simply 1 finger on 2/5 and 1 finger on 2/3, going from the 3rd finger to the 1st finger. And now we're going to do that C minor chord, barring all the way across on the 5th fret and your pinky 3 frets up. Back to the G minor. Now we do the D minor, which is going to be on the 7th fret, barring all the way across, and 3 frets up, you've got your pinky on the 1st string. likes to put that lick in there. Really cool. Now we have the guitar solo, and we're going to be doing the exact same chords for the verse underneath the guitar solo. And that's the entire song. So how would you play a solo in this? Well, this is G minor. So you have your usual pentatonic. So we start on the first string, 3rd fret, and then we go down to 1 0. So it's 1 3, 1 0. Same thing on the 2nd string, and same thing on the 3rd string. Now, of course, we have other options, so we're going to go up here. 5 3 0, 5 3 0, 5 3 0 on all 3 strings. And if you noticed, I threw in the middle note here on the 2nd string. You can actually add those on all 3 strings. So you have 5 3 0, 5 3 0, 5 3 0. And you can also play 5 4 3 0, 5 4 3 0, and 5 4 3 0. Not necessarily that you would be playing only those sequence of notes, but those are the notes that are in the scale. So you can jump around between those notes like this. Don't forget the in-between notes. Even though they're not technically in the scale, they are stepping stones to notes that are. So that's your first box. Now we move up to the 5th fret and the 8th fret. So first finger is on the 5th fret, pinky is going to be on the 8th fret. So now you have 2 positions. And don't forget, on this box, the first box I showed you a minute ago, you can play that in-between note. Now we go up to the next box, which is going to be on your 1st string, 10th fret, and 8th. And the 2nd string the same, and the 3rd string the same. So 10 8, 10 8, 10 8. Then you can add the in-between notes there. 12/10. Not technically in the key, but you can play it up there. Now all the way up to the 12th fret and 3 frets above that. So you have 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, 12. And that works just fine for this entire song. So have fun with that, experiment with it, and check out my website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars, just like this one, for 20 years, over 4,000 sold. Please subscribe. We'll see you next time.